My name is Daniel, and this is Go. Stop sitting back and waiting for others to lead you when God is calling you to go. The only instruction that you need is that of the Lord's word as He speaks it over your life. Stop holding back, sitting around, waiting for others to get up and be ready to go when God is already compelling you to come right now. Heard the preacher say just the other day that God is saying, come. Come all ye that will labor and lay down their burdens so that they can take on the burdens of Christ, so that they can truly begin to live life. Just go. A lot of times where God is calling you to go won't always make sense from the mindset of where you at now, but you still must go. You can't sit around waiting for your purpose to be fulfilled, waiting to carry others behind you, because sometimes those that you're trying to carry with you are the very ones that are preventing you from getting to that place where you need to be. So when God tells you to go, it's time that you go. Even if that means you have to leave everything that you know and love to go where He is calling you to go, you still must go. The Bible is filled with examples where those that were called had to be called out of the situation they were in so that God could use them for a great purpose. And a lot of time where we're being called to go means we have to leave family members, loved ones, and friends. But when God is saying go, you must go. Even Moses had to leave everything that he knew to become the leader of the people of God's people. Even Abraham himself had to leave his family so that God could deal with him and use him for a greater purpose to build the nation through which we are now these days being blessed. For you see, if in their ignorance they refused to go because they were waiting on their friends and their family members, a lot of us most of us probably wouldn't be saved today. So we must in obedience obey. When God says to go, we must go. When He says to come, we must come. So stop holding back on the purposes and the gifts that God has given you because you're waiting on other people. Your waiting on other people will cause you to miss out on your own salvation, your own deliverance, and your purpose that God has been gifting you. So when God says go, know that it's time to go. Know that the preparation stages have already been taken care of, so God is telling you to go because He needs you right then and there. Spare not, cry aloud and spare not. And when God says to go, go with all your heart, knowing that He will provide what it is that you're standing in need of when you are obedient. Sacrifices out of nothing gives back nothing. Because it cost you nothing, you find it not to be worth that call that God had called you for. So when you learn to fulfill the call of the Lord on your own life, you'll understand that when He speaks, you should be listening. And that when He speaks, it's time that you go. And when He says go, it's time that you know that in your go, when you allow God to move in you, that in your go, when you allow God to deliver you, that in your go, when you allow God to reveal to you His ultimate will and the purpose to which He had called you to live. This is simply titled Go. Because a lot of us are sitting on our hands and on the gift that we've been given because we're waiting on other people to receive their individual deliverance. That is not what the mandate of God's call on our lives was. It was that we would, 1, surrender our heart to God, 2, give ourselves wholeheartedly unto Him, and 3, obey His word and His will that He has called us to fulfill so we can learn to live. So that means that we must go when He is calling us to go. So His Spirit compels us. So we're no longer bound or held back or held down by those that we hold closest to us, because sometimes going where God has called us to go means we have to leave behind those that we know and even those that we love. This doesn't mean abandon your responsibilities, but it means put aside any and everything that will prevent you from going when God has compelled you to go. So simply get up and go. My name is Daniel. Thank you for watching. This one has been Go. A lot of times we allow ourselves to be held back or held down or kept from going where we're supposed to be going because we're waiting on other people. We will miss out on our purpose and the reason that God called us if we sit around, spend all our time waiting on others to find the same God and the same relationship with Jesus Christ that we've found. It's not enough to wait on others to go where God has called us to go. It is on us to obey God and go where He's called us to go. I pray this has been a blessing to you. Follow me on Twitter at DANNNYBOY87. Thank you for watching. God bless you.